big hot mess of crazy. Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are Two Crazy Ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and every Monday we go live on Keto Beyond the Couch because life exists beyond the couch.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, in that way every single time you can tell we've been up since last Tuesday. You'll be alerted to it.
I blame you.
Obviously. Obviously you do. I know. I've been married to you long enough.
I blame you.
I know you do.
So welcome to our live stream. Here's what happened. I got on a Zoom call yesterday with Redmond about their new improved electrolytes. And after they messaged me and said, hey, we're going to allow your group to go ahead and pre-order them, or not pre-order them, but order them before they launch. They didn't launch till this morning. So we said, okay, in the morning, we're going to get up and we're going to make a review video of the new ones. We kind of showed them to you yesterday on Keto Beyond the Couch. And Rachel was like, hey, we didn't do a live stream last week, so I feel like we need to give everybody a live stream.
I do.
And I had everything unplugged. Like, because when we go away, power surges, right? Unplug it out of the wall. And yeah, just jumbled. And then she's like, get in the shower. And I'm like, okay, I'll get in the shower. And then, yeah, I didn't want to get out of the shower.
Who set the time for the live stream?
Me. But
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, we are home from Keto Beyond the Couch. No, we're home.
Good night, Joe.
We're home from KetoCon.
Yesterday, we were taping Keto Beyond the Couch at 4:30 in the morning.
Yes.
We got home last night.
Like 10:30?
10:30. And so, yeah, we're a little crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to take this. You're going to focus on one thing at a time.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So welcome to our live stream. Yeah, we figured we would jump on since we didn't have a Thursday live stream last week. Now we will, and we didn't have one yesterday. But we will be back live on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
That's right.
But we did want to do a more intense or in-depth review of the new Redmond Relight. This is actually the old one. So this is the new one. They are renaming the line. It's called now Redmond Relight Hydration.
Okay.
Same thing, but they've changed some of the ingredients. Actually, they changed a big ingredient. They changed the source of the calcium.
And that has made a big, huge difference that I think that everybody will be excited about, honestly.
Yeah. No, people message us all the time. Which one is better, Redmond or Element? Because it's almost like there's a battle between the two.
The battle of the electrolytes.
I don't have any Elements
I'm just excited. Can I just get excited for a second that the battle is not between Gatorade and Powerade?
Right.
I am glad that we have gotten to the point where we are looking for actual electrolytes, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like if we're going to have a battle, let's have a battle in the proper state.
Yeah.
Then you have a battle, which is, do you want sweetened or unsweetened, okay? Right. Because you have to also consider keto chow. You can't
those are just unsweetened electrolytes.
You can't think about electrolytes, though, without thinking as keto chow is an option for that, too. So for some people, it is like, I want a taste versus I want no taste at all.
Right.
If you want no taste at all.
I want a Gatorade, but I don't want the crappy ingredients that are in Gatorade, and I want better electrolytes.
So you're like, I want something that could go in anything. Well, you can do keto chow drops because I could put that in my coffee. I could put that in, water, whatever, But then you go to, okay, if you've made the decision that you want to have a flavor of some sort for your electrolytes, now we're into, are you going to use Element or are you going to use Redmond Relight?
Yeah, and so we've always loved Redmond Relight. But as they discussed yesterday on the Zoom call with most of their staff, and there were a couple of YouTubers, and there was like a pro BMXer in there, and people who really use a lot of Redmond products. Yeah, athletes.
Yeah.
And so they were talking about, listen, they know they had some issues. They move facilities where they do all the shipping, which created long delays, like up to 4-6 weeks in delays for shipping.
Now, keep in mind, this isn't Nabisco.
Right.
Okay?
It's a small company.
This is a really small company. I mean,
right.
like...
You don't think it's a small company because everyone's seen the name Redmond, but they're a small company.
Yeah.
So, and then there were supply chain issues, and
because
the thing has always been that Element mixed better than Relight.
Yeah.
Now, Element seems to be a little bit sweeter. I think they use more stevia than Redmond. However, also they have their natural flavors. Mm-hmm. And the way they're doing it, most of the elements are 2 to 3 carbohydrates per stick, which we're okay with because to me, I would rather sacrifice having a couple of carbohydrates
to get hydration
over and have the electrolytes.
Right.
But if you're drinking 5 or 6 a day and you're trying to keep under 10 to 20 total carbs,
that may be a thing for you.
That could impact you. So Redmond, I've always liked Redmond. Plus, it's cheaper.
Yes.
It's significantly cheaper, but it did not mix well.
That was my beef.
And so they talked about yesterday on the Zoom call. They tried everything to get it mixed better because some of the other companies actually add an ingredient in that helps it mix better. Element has that in there. They did not want to use that, and they really thought that, okay, that is why it doesn't mix well or mix immediately.
Right.
And then it was determined it was the source of the calcium. It was the type of calcium that you use.
So I love the fact, so I can't explain to you how much Redmond always brings everything to like a round table, and the whole company puts their minds together to be like, how can we fix this? Because they knew this was an issue, right? It's not like you're unaware.
I'm going to let you kind of say hello to people, and I'm going to go grab the card that she sent me.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, though, that, what I would do is, I always enjoyed using Redmond, so what I would do is, if I'm home with access to like a mixer, or I would use my Vitamix usually and use it with crushed ice, then I would use Redmond a lot of times at home. And then if we went someplace, I would take Redmond as a stick and use it as a pixie stick, almost dry, where it didn't need to mix with anything. And then if I wanted a beverage when we were on the road, I'd use Element to put in the water because, again, mixability. That was how I handled it, because I always wanted to use Redmond.
Right. So she sent me this little card, and we want to kind of go over the differences. Then we're going to show you the mixing, and then we're going to really get into the chat. And we just want to hang out with you guys. So what's different? First of all, it's a new look and a new name. So this is the old one. Mm-hmm. This is the new one. Okay?
Yeah.
It's now called Redmond Re-Lyte Hydration.
It's cute. It looks like
flavor,
90s.
Every flavor now has 0 calories.
Hello. So what was it before?
Depended on the flavor. Some of them were like 5 calories.
So this used to be 5.
That's strawberry. Here's the strawberry.
Okay, so it used to be 5 calories per serving.
And this one is now 0.
It's 0 calories per serving.
Which we don't really care about calories.
But if some people
they also had 1 or 2 carbs. I think some of the flavors had 1 carb.
Yeah,
I don't know about the strawberry one there.
I don't see any carbs in this one.
So this one is 0. I know a couple of their flavors had like a carb or 2. Now they're 0. So then they now mix instantly, and now they're using calcium carbonate instead of calcium lactate, which allows you to have a better mixability. Now, some people will say if you do some Google searches, you're going to find, well, calcium carbonate's not as good. Dr. Jamie Seaman actually put out a little post, I think it was on her Instagram the other day.
Right.
Explaining, and listen, I really like Jamie Seaman.
I do.
That's why we're going to Omaha.
Right.
In fact, I was on the phone with them yesterday, or texting with them when we were on the plane about Omaha.
Yeah, because I like to say, we're not doctors, nurses, or health professionals.
But
she is.
And she's a fitness buff.
Take it from the doctor.
Yeah, and so she talked about why this is actually good and why we need the calcium in there. So those are the biggest differences between them. So the new Relight is launched in the tubs, and then the sticks are coming hopefully within a couple of weeks. They said that's the next thing on the line. And then they're also going to redo all of the rest of the Relight products. So they're going to redo the energy, they're going to redo the immunity, and they're going to redo the pre-workout.
Nice.
So it's just like, but this was the most important. So they got the tubs, then the sticks. Every flavor for the tubs is currently in stock except for pina colada and lemon lime.
That is coming.
They are coming soon.
It says on there.
When they sent us these, they sent us 2. They sent us the mixed berry and the strawberry. When they sent it to us, they only had 2 flavors. So since last Monday, they got the other flavors in. So hopefully pina colada, lemon lime come pretty quickly.
Wow, that's neat.
So that is the big difference. Now,
I like the fact that you're getting the tubs first because this is the cheapest.
It's the cheapest option because there's 60 servings in this for the same price as 30 sticks.
Yeah.
Now, one other thing I wanted to say when it comes to this versus Element, I like the fact that this has now 0 carbs. It's going to mix just as well as Element. The other thing that I like about it is we know the source of the salt.
We've been there.
Right.
We've literally
been inside
walked in
the mine
2 times.
Right. And then some people will say, well, this has less electrolytes per serving.
No.
But it really doesn't.
No, it
does when you look at the numbers.
I was going to say, so you know how you go and every jar of tomato sauce is the same jar. It's the jar size is the same. You have to look at what is the serving size on the back.
Right.
Because it could be, is it a half of a cup is a serving or is a fourth of a cup a serving? And so it's the same thing. You've got to be like, find out what is the actual amount that they're recommending as a scoop for a serving.
So the Redmond Electrolytes, the new ones, now have in one serving,
what size bottle of water?
Right. So in one serving, you're supposed to use this, a serving, in a 16 to 18 ounce bottle of water.
Okay.
Whereas the Element is like 24 to 30 ounces of water.
So that's going to make a difference.
That makes a difference. They used to have it exact. It used to be 1,000 milligrams of sodium, and they would tell you to put it in 24 ounces of water, but nobody put it in 24 ounces of water, including us.
Yeah.
This is what most people get.
Yeah.
And then everyone said it was too salty.
Well, because this is usually where I could get the cheapest set of water.
Right.
Right? Is in that size bottle. Funny enough, a lot of times if you buy the little one that you'd maybe send to school with a kid, those ones are really expensive.
Right.
And they're tiny.
So one serving of this is going to have 810 milligrams of sodium, 400 milligrams of potassium, and 50 milligrams of magnesium. Okay?
This is good stuff.
So what I wanted to do, give me that.
Dun, 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 dun.
This is the old strawberry. Never even opened.
Old strawberry.
So we have not even
It's
opened
a
this
strawberry
one
with gray hair like Rachel.
So,
old strawberry.
See, never opened. What I wanted to do is show you the difference in the mixability.
Nothing wrong with it.
No.
And like always, fishing for the scoop is the hardest part.
Okay, so the biggest problem that I have when you buy it in tubs, which it's not a huge deal, but it is the biggest issue that I have, is the scoop is the same size as the hole.
So you have to
you have to kind of use your finger.
You make the finger a funnel.
I'm going to use a funnel.
No one is traveling with that.
I know, but I don't want to make a mess right now.
You travel with your finger funnel.
Because
funnel.
If I make a mess.
We've already made a mess.
Okay.
I'll shake it.
Well, I can shake it because I want to show them on camera.
Oh,
okay.
You're going to put it over there?
Yeah. So you can see as I mix it, there's giant clumps. Okay. So you can see all the clumps.
Chunky.
Okay. Now these clumps
will dissolve eventually.
Will go away.
I ain't got time for that though.
But sometimes they take 4 or 5 minutes. And this is cold water. So this is
thirsty now though.
The worst way to have it. Like, the colder the water, the harder it is for sodium or anything to dissolve.
Now, sometimes people will say, well, what you do is you put it in some warm water first, and then you, use that to, scramble it up and make it break down quicker, and then you add it to colder water. But again, too many steps.
Yeah. So
think about what I'm actually
now we're going to do the new ones. That's strawberry, and we haven't done you have the berry one, so we haven't done the berry one now.
Clumps.
I also do want to give a shout out to them because they got shipped to our house. And then we were already gone for KetoCon, so I called them up and they sent us some when we were in Austin.
They shipped them to the Airbnb.
Yeah. Now,
which I really appreciate.
Something else that was addressed. Why are you drinking that? I want to let it sit so I can see the clumps.
It's good, except for, again, so you're drinking it and it tastes good. It's a good flavor. And Lord knows, when I tell you how much electrolytes I am drinking today to try to like come back from traveling, right? I mean, hydration thing. But then you would get like a salt ball clump while you're drinking it that you're not expecting. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Tart and tangy.
So something else that came up on the Zoom call yesterday, and they're working on this. There's 2 lids out there. Some of the lids are plain. Some of them have, if you can see,
the little Redmond leaf.
The Redmond leaf. Everything will eventually have the Redmond leaf. It was just what they had.
Get it out fast.
But also, you're going to see that, so this is the old style. To take the top off.
Take your top off?
And it comes off, this is the berry.
Okay.
And it comes off very, very easy. The new one, because they were trying to seal it better to make sure that if you have high humidity like us, you don't have issues, does not come off easy.
No.
And so they said they're aware of this, and they're working on a fix. They weren't super aware of it until some of the different people they sent it to.
It is... it has got to be so hard to run a company.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to see us producing a product.
Right. But you can see, if you look at the difference.
Oh, wow.
How thick this is compared to this one.
Oh, yeah. So I can see, they're trying to help people like us in Florida.
Right.
Because that's like the dollar store aluminum foil versus the Reynolds wrap.
Right.
That level of difference.
Okay, now we're going to put a scoop of this in here. Just so you get an idea. And I used a different funnel so that we didn't have any cross-contamination. And again, normally I would use my fingers.
So TJ is asking, well, maybe it's not cheaper if it's a 16-ounce serving versus a 24-ounce serving.
It is still cheaper for 2 reasons. No, and we're going to jump over to the website in a minute because it's just the amount of water you're using. But Element does not offer a discount.
Right.
The only way to get a discount from Element is if you do the buy 3, get 1 free box. Redmond allows you to use our coupon code, which is 2 Crazy Ketos, and you get 15% off.
Oh, okay.
That makes it a huge difference. And even the base price is cheaper. So, and if you really want to break down the numbers, we could. But here, let's jump over to the website. So here's the products. Hydration is the new one. And if you look at hydration, let's see. What am I doing? There we go. So the tub is $41.99 per serving. And so then if we come back over here and we pull up a calculator and we go...
I always told there was no math in this relationship.
$41.99.
Okay.
Multiply by 85%. So it's $35.70. So $36 divided by 60 servings.
Right.
It's 60 cents a serving.
60 cents a serving.
And Element, I don't remember the exact price of the Element. I know it's like over $1 a serving.
Okay.
So big difference.
Yeah.
Right? So even if you wanted to go, okay, like I want that whole 1,000 milligrams.
Right.
It's still cheaper. Okay.
Yeah.
But again, it's salty at Element, so what do is they increase the amount of sweetener in there. I like Element.
I like Element.
I'm not bashing them.
No.
We use
it all the time.
Both. We actually have affiliations with both.
Yeah.
You know, and because we do like both, we're okay with having an affiliation with both because we use both.
Yeah.
I would not tell you like, hey, we're an affiliate for Element, but don't ever touch Element, and we don't like it. You see us use it all the time. One of the biggest reasons we started using Element is I couldn't get Redmond.
Yeah.
Right? And they also have flavors at Element that Redmond doesn't
Well, because like I like chocolate and the chocolate caramel.
I didn't do this.
And I like the chocolate mint. All those.
Okay. So just to give you an idea.
We still got some chunks.
We're going to go back over to the Joe camera. So look at that.
This is
already mixed. There's like 1 or 2 clumps. Nope, they're already pretty much gone.
And this is
that, and the bottom, that's just the minerals from the mine. And then if you look at this one, which has been mixed for a while, I think
we're doing better. It's almost there.
But you can still see in there like stuff floating around. There's still some clumps in there.
Yeah.
So, but again, this mixed instantly, and this did not mix instantly. So those are the big differences.
Let's compare the taste. Let me see if there's any taste difference, because this is a strawberry and this is a strawberry.
Yes.
So here's the original.
Well, this is mixed berry. This is the other strawberry. You're mixing them up.
That's the original.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say it yet. I think that this is smoother.
It's smoother.
Yes, it's softer. Does that make sense?
Softer.
It's softer.
Yes. Yeah,
it's softer.
I like this one better. As far as taste, I think they're both about the same.
The flavor is the same, but the mouthfeel on your tongue is soft.
You want to do mixed berry?
No, because I never am a mixed berry person. Let me know in the comments, what flavor do you like? Usually berry is not my jam. I mean,
now
it's what funny. I drink when there's no other one to drink.
It's okay. No more funnels. The thing about that is mixed berry is one of the top sellers.
Is it really? So nobody feels the same way I do.
This is how I normally
about berry.
That's how I normally do.
I gotta tell you, there's a couple of berries that are my favorite: Dr. Berry, Nisha Berry, Beckett Berry, and Bonnie Blueberry. Those are my favorite berries.
Okay.
Those are my favorite berries.
You spent a lot of time with Beckett the other night.
I did.
Right?
We were playing.
I did puzzles with Beckett.
We were playing Paw Patrol. We were playing with Paw Patrol.
And then I did the puzzles with them.
You did puzzles.
We were down on the floor doing magnetic
puzzles.
Mango is available now. Tracy said, but I also like grape, Rachel.
Ah, Tracy, but we're friends. It's all right. You're allowed to like grape. And so is Joe.
Yeah. So it mixes better.
It is not my favorite. It is delicious, and I will drink it. You know what I mean? Because I want.
But it's not your favorite because you don't like berry.
I'll tell you what.
It's like peach.
Today is the day for me to drink it because I'm taking all the electrolytes I can get my hands on. Yep. That's what's happening. And I'm telling you what. As soon as we're done, I'm wearing in case you're curious.
Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you.
I'm wearing a headband because after this, I always have to do a facial mask because when we travel, my skin on my face gets completely jacked up. Let me know if you're coming home from KetoCon, when you go from one climate at all, and I'm talking about any small difference in humidity, and my skin is like, no, you need to start over. Yeah. Let's start with a base.
You want to jump into the chat?
Yes, please.
Juju said, I appreciate you, Rachel. It's totally Joe's fault.
Thank you. We know the truth.
Serena said, not gonna lie, I made Redmonds at work and didn't wait for it and taste almost died on the powder.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm super excited about.
That is why I just gave up using it on the road as a drink, and I started using it as a pixie stick. Right. In my hands. I would lick my hands and then put some in it. I know this is super gross, but it worked for me.
So Crystal said if I use Element, I can only put in a half a serving for some of my water so I don't get terribly thirsty.
That's completely fine. You know what I'll do? If for some reason you could do.
I was going to look up the prices.
You could even do two bottles at once and then just have them both ready. I really anyway, I mean, I do this with the Element, even though the Element was mixing up really quickly. I would do a couple and then put them in Joe's drink fridge in his office, because then they're getting cold. If I had a bottle that, or my a blender bottle that I was going to be taking someplace.
Right.
And I just didn't want to fill it up with a ton of ice and get it all melty. I would just do my blend, prep them.
Right. So if you're curious, Element works out to be $1.50 per stick.
Okay.
If you look at the Redmond sticks, they are, what does that come out to be? I think it's $41.
I like the convenience of traveling.
Multiply.
I like to take them along.
By 0.85% divided by
carry the 2.
30 is $1.16 a stick.
Okay.
Okay, so it's still, if you really wanted to, when you're doing the chart, I could figure out like per milligram of sodium, but I don't think we need to go that far.
No, we're not doing that.
Now, just if you want to look at, okay, so if you go 45 multiply, how much with the element?
This is like a whole school project.
Well, I like to give people all of the information.
Okay.
Right? So if you get the insider bundle, it's $135. That gives you 4 boxes. $135 divided by, that would be 120 sticks. It's $1.13 a stick.
So that's your cheapest option on
So
Element.
the only way to get Element cheaper than Redmond is to buy 4 boxes.
Yeah.
You got to buy 4 boxes.
Which is fine. I mean, I absolutely
at once.
I can do that because I'm going to be like chocolate.
And it's 4 cents, like 4 cents, like per stick.
Oh, okay.
You're only saving 4 cents a stick, but you got to buy everything up front.
And again,
we like both.
We buy both.
Certain flavors I like better. If you ask me, I like Redmond's watermelon better than Element's. Redmond does not have orange, so we buy the Element orange, Element one. I like Redmond's lemon lime better than Element's. Redmond doesn't have chocolate, so and then we don't talk about the mango and the lemon.
We don't talk about mango, chili, and lemon habanero because outside of cooking with it, I really don't use it.
Yeah. Oh, and Redmond did bring back, and it is available now, the unflavored. Because some people, but some people they found they were going back and forth. Should we do unflavored? And they said some people like to kind of make their own flavoring. They add in their own flavoring, maybe add in some of their own lemon juice, and they don't want it sweet or they want to use a different sweetener. So they basically brought back the unflavored at Redmond so that people can have science experiments.
Well, I mean that's kind of fun,
right? Okay?
I like that.
So, Rocky Mountain Girl said, I'd rather the stick so I can figure out if I like it or not without having a bunch I wouldn't use. So, again, same price, you just get double the servings. So, that's the thing. When you buy it in the tub, it's double the servings.
Spirit Junkie says, I'm curious as to why there is calcium anyway. Would it be better to get calcium from food?
Dr. Jamie Seaman actually talked about that on her little thing.
Yeah, go to Instagram, hear it from the doctor's
I am
mouth.
not assigned. They also have it on the Redmond's website. They had the person, the doctor and scientist who helped develop it on the Zoom call yesterday. But here's the thing, I was on a plane during the Zoom call. So we got
the most information
and I was not flying because you're not supposed to fly on a Zoom call.
Right.
But what happened was the Zoom call started while we were in the Delta Sky Lounge. It continued, and then as soon as they closed the cabin door and said, okay, everybody go to airplane mode, I had to jump off of the Zoom call. But I was on the Zoom call for about 85 to 90% of it. But it was very difficult to take notes. Right. Yes. But
rolling a bag.
It is in there, and it's an Element too. It's just, and they just don't focus on it. It's not, let me tell you how much calcium is in here. It's 60 milligrams of calcium.
Yes.
No. Okay.
So,
Debbie said you sound a little hoarse.
I am. I'm still kind of like coming back for my voice.
Oh, see? Susan has a collapsible funnel. I use it at work all the time.
That is brilliant. We should get one of those. That's smart.
Yeah.
That's really smart. Susan is very smart. Like, I need to study her purse because she always has, like, cool stuff in her purse, too.
Right. So, and again, it said that's what TJ said, the thing about the 16-ounce serving. Because remember, it's what bottle of water you're putting it in. And as far as potassium and magnesium,
drinking whatever's close
they're
to me.
almost the same. The difference is the sodium. But it's not a lot of sodium. It's about 200 milligrams of sodium, which is you should be getting in your food anyway.
Yeah.
You should be salting your food. You should be cooking with salt. Something I did not do prior to keto. We never cooked with. I didn't have salt in the house, which Rachel was always like, "Why is there no salt in this house?" Why is there no salt? Yeah.
Of course, we were always using the salt with the little umbrella girl, so we were also salting with sugar. on top of the salt.
Sabrina said, I guess I didn't compare price close enough before buying the bundle box. Oh, well, live and learn. Yeah, now if you buy the bundle box, it's about the same price.
Yeah.
You know, it's about the same price when you buy the bundle.
So you're not like, you're not, you know, you haven't overpaid or anything.
Yeah. Juju said, my math teacher always said, you won't have a calculator in your pocket. We sure showed her, right?
We showed her.
Yeah, we did, right? I mean, I think a lot of kids don't even know how to do math. I mean, I can do it. I just, like, we're on a live stream.
I think that most kids learn, and then, but they're complaining about it like us.
They teach our kids how to do cursive.
But you know what? They're learning a lot of stuff that we have no idea how to do.
Yeah.
Like, they could probably do calculus in 3rd grade.
Yes.
Because the kids are so much smarter than us.
TJ said full service live, including math on the fly. I love you guys.
Love you.
Your mom said the old Relight works well if you put it in a blender before.
That's how I was.
Yes, put it in a blender or with hot water, you know, and then if you put it in hot water, it would dissolve faster. See, Tracy would choose berry first.
See, there you go.
Yep. And then Elle said mango. Susan said watermelon lime. TJ said watermelon lime. Carol said pina colada. Serena likes mixed berry. So
I trust Serena. She's brilliant. Maybe I should rethink it.
Juju said, I have some mixed berry Celsius powder on clearance, and I'm like, nope, it's gross.
I have not tried that.
We have not tried the powdered one. Somebody asked me the other day about it when we were in Austin.
I have wondered about it, but my thing is the reason why I will grab a Celsius is because it's ready and so convenient. If I am willing to mix something with water, then I'm gonna just do electrolytes. Here. If I want a flavored beverage that I need to mix with water, I can't imagine that I'm like, you know, gonna make a Celsius.
Keep going.
Plus, wouldn't the Celsius is gonna be flat unless you mix it with like sparkling water, right? Because Celsius is carbonated, and if I'm just mixing I can't imagine wanting to drink a flat Celsius.
No. Okay.
Not for me.
So I just saw this. Teresa said, I liked Ultima, but I'm not sure how it compares.
Oh, that's from a keto box.
No, it's not from a keto box.
Where's that from?
I bought this to do a new electrolyte comparison because 3 or 4 years ago, we did a comparison of electrolytes.
Is there a backstage in this family room that I have no idea of?
So 3 or 4 years ago, we did an electrolyte comparison to figure out what is the best value, what gives you the best combination. A lot of people have asked, how come we never include Dr. Berg's on there? And that's because it's only potassium, and 1,000 milligrams of potassium would be a lot without the sodium and stuff. You want to have it in the right proportions.
Balance,
it's got to be balanced. So that's why we never did. But we did that video. But at the time, we did that. None of these other electrolytes were on the market.
Right.
We compared like Keto Chow electrolyte drops. We may have mentioned Dr. Berg. We did Gatorade, Powerade, pickle juice, I think.
Yes.
And a couple of other things that we had found. I think it was like Keto Vitals. And then I wanted to do a new one comparing the products that we use as well as some of the other ones.
My gracious, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. And then what happened was you couldn't get the Redmonds anymore. And then they were changing the servings, and so it kind of got put on the back burner. But I do have an Ultima. Here's why I don't use Ultima. So I don't remember how much this costs off the top of my head. I'm sure somebody could remind me. But a serving of Ultima is only 250 milligrams of potassium. And then it has more of that, but it has 100 milligrams of magnesium and almost no sodium. There's very little sodium. As a matter of fact, sodium isn't even on the nutrition label of how much sodium it has. It has 78 milligrams of chloride, whereas this, if you want it, has 1,280 milligrams of chloride. So ingredients in Redmond Relight. Which flavor is this? This is watermelon.
Also, that salt, I don't know where it's even from.
No, I have no idea. Ingredients in Redmond, okay? Ancient sea salt, which is Redmond sea salt. GMO-free citric acid. That's what it was. Jamie Siemens said the citric acid breaks down the calcium, which makes it better, more bioavailable.
Okay.
Natural raspberry, blueberry, and lemon flavors. And then stevia and natural flavors. That's what's in this. Here's what's in this. Magnesium citrate, citric acid, dipotassium phosphate, malic acid, potassium aspartate, Then you have natural watermelon flavor, calcium citrate, calcium ascorbate, vegetable juice powder, salt, which is sodium chloride, stevia, zinc citrate, manganese citrate. So it has more ingredients, but I don't like the ratios of the electrolytes that are in this to this. In a pinch, if I don't have anything, I will use it.
Yeah, and you can usually pick something like this up at Walmart.
Right.
And I can remember when we first started buying electrolytes, we would buy what we could find in the store because, to be honest, I was afraid to buy stuff online. Right. But now it feels like, after 2020, it's like who's even shopping hardly anymore, right? Like, doesn't Amazon just bring everything?
Yeah, Juju said you and Joe could be wrong together.
Right. That's funny.
Tracy said, I feel safe with grape since Joe likes it.
Since Joe likes it too. Oh, I love that.
Amy said, I don't like mixed berry food anything.
High five, Amy.
I like pina colada from Relight, watermelon, and chocolate caramel from Element, which you can't get anymore, unfortunately. Serena said, I'm not a fan of lemon lime or pina colada. So, and that's the thing, is that there is a place for everybody. Taste is very, very subjective.
There are some people I've talked to that they absolutely love the lemon habanero as, like, that is their go-to flavor.
Yeah.
Whereas I'll never forget the time that Caleb just grabbed a stick. Like it was totally like Russian roulette, right? Autumn used to do ZipFizz roulette, remember? Mm-hmm. And so Caleb would do Element roulette on his way out the door to go to work, and he said he accidentally grabbed the lemon habanero, just poured it in, didn't look at it, was driving to work.
Burnt his throat.
Took a sip while he was driving, and was like, oh my gosh. He was like, I started coughing and had to pull over because he was like, it almost caused an accident because I wasn't anticipating it.
Elle said, glad you all made it home safe. Great to meet you all.
It was so good to see everybody this weekend. And it was even more beautiful to see everybody seeing each other this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Joanna said, thanks for breaking down the cost as I shop sales and I try to fit it in my budget.
Same here.
That's us.
That's us.
So even if we do a product review, a lot of times, if a company sends us something, we're not affiliates with them. We just say, okay, we'll do a review. Just understand that you have no say in what we say in the video. But we almost always tell them that if we like it, even if we're not affiliates, I want a coupon code for people to get a discount. Right. So we don't get paid for the review.
No.
We never ask for money to do reviews of products.
We just try to ask for a coupon for if you like it.
But we say we want a coupon for you. So if we say, hey, this is a keto-friendly product, we would recommend it even if it's under certain circumstances. Maybe it's something we think is good for your kids. We'll always say, we want a coupon code. You don't need to pay me, but you need to get everybody else a discount.
We've even had things where, because, we're asking for a coupon code before we taste it, before it comes to our house. So sometimes we've had, we don't like this at all. And then there's a coupon code down below, you know, that's kind of funny when that works out.
Yeah.
But we were always a family of 5.
Right.
A blended family, landscapers, we didn't, ever have money to be able to buy stuff. We had to shop coupons.
Shelley said my favorite is berry mixed with lime. That would be good.
I've never tried that before.
Mommy said I used to get ZipFizz, but when I use them, I get very jittery for some reason.
Yeah.
Lots of vitamin D and caffeine.
Yeah.
Element
B.
and vitamin B, yes. Element and Redmond don't bother me as much, and I drink them all the time, especially on a trip.
Yeah.
Wendy said, traveling does tend to mess with my skin, change of climate, AC in the hotel, and lots of bleach and hotel sheets.
Yes.
Have it. Started bringing my own pillowcase. That has been it. We bring our own pillows.
Well, yeah, we did that this time, and it was funny because you know how Joe is about me packing. I never feel like I have enough room in my suitcase because it's always trying to condense. But the fact that we were going to be there for several days, I was like, I am packing my own pillow because I think it's, again, we talked about some things that I'm switching up and prioritizing, and one of them is sleep. And I'm like, if there's any sleep to be had, I need to get that sleep. So I actually didn't have as many outfits this time because I didn't have my own pillow. And apparently every shirt I reached for was blue.
Yeah.
Because I was like, somebody mentioned, like, did you only bring blue? And I was like, I think I did. I brought, like, way less clothes and they were all blue for some reason.
Debbie said, I hope the sticks come in for the low-carb cruise. If not, I will pack a tub or two, but I would prefer the sticks. Us too.
Way easier.
I will reach out to Julie over at Redmond and ask her if they have a timeline. They just said that's the very next thing. I think they're just waiting on them to come in. So hopefully they will, but I will see if I can find out. What for said, how is the mango flavor? So we haven't tried the new formulation in mango because it literally showed up like in the last couple days at the Redmond warehouse. I've got it on order, and the old formulation I love. As a matter of fact, it's probably my second favorite. Watermelon's my favorite. Mango's the second flavor.
Is my favorite, but I do love mango, and I'll tell you, I will never forget the first time that we tried it was at Redmond at their offices, and what had happened was we were having like an outdoor little picnic because they're so cute. They're like the cutest company. They remind you so much of Keto Chow and the camaraderie of the company. And so they were all they have like a weekly little, we all eat, lunch together, picnic. And they had a big like cooler, one of those big, like a team cooler type thing. And they had made a big, huge cooler of the new mango so that everybody as the company could all try it and drink it together. And I just remember it was really, really delicious. And I told Joe, I thought, we need to start just having that at the house. I only ever think about making Redmond or Element as like an individual serving, but it works great in one of those things where you are like having drinks at a party, like when we had the baby shower and you had like water. Just add some scoops of the electrolytes and it makes a delicious drink that everybody can enjoy instead of having like a punch or lemonade or Kool-Aid or something for family backyard barbecues. Why not make a big thing of electrolytes for everybody to enjoy and dispense?
Tracy wants to know, where does ZipFizz fit in the equation with Element and Redmond's? Okay, so if you've been around our channel for a while, you know we used to love ZipFizz. Fruit
Punch ZipFizz was my jam.
We have eliminated ZipFizz pretty much from our life.
Yeah.
For a couple of reasons. Number one, we were drinking a lot of them, and they're expensive, carbs. And they have carbs. But there's another reason. But let's do a comparison. I'll jump over to the web. Okay. So here is.
I miss Tracy's face.
Okay, we're gonna.
I miss you, Tracy.
Let's go to this.
It feels like we were just there, but also it feels like it's been a month since we saw everybody.
Okay, so ZipFizz. Here are the ingredients for ZipFizz. This is why we've kind of eliminated. So this is the berry flavor. You want to check out here? Let's check out the best flavor.
Ew, not great.
20 calories, 3 grams of carbohydrates. And then you've got your other stuff. It only has 70 milligrams of sodium. It has 950 milligrams of potassium, which is why we always liked it. Because if you were just experiencing cramps, you just had a bunch of cramps, ZipFizz really did fix it, and it gave you a bunch of energy.
You got like a boost,
The energy comes from caffeine. And also from, where is the vitamin B6? Vitamin B12. 2,500 milligrams, or micrograms, of vitamin B12, which is 104,000% of the recommended daily allowance.
So of course you're
104,000%.
1,000% of the recommended daily allowance. So yeah, you're like, boy, it feels like you could come back from a hangover with that, right? Like it will bring back the dead almost. And so you felt it. You felt like there's a kick in the pants. Well, of course there's a kick in the pants.
Yeah. So the reason that we've eliminated is, let's look at the ingredients. Citric acid, glucose polymers. So we're going to be playing around this week with the newest Freestyle Libre 3. I am going to get some ZipFizz to test because we tested ZipFizz in the past, and it did not affect glucose at all.
And we were excited about it.
But they've changed the ingredients.
Yeah.
So their second ingredient is glucose polymers. Then you have potassium carbonate, tetraacids, calcium ascorbate, natural glyph flavor, magnesium. Skip down a little bit.
They also use xylitol.
Grape skin extract.
So now you have to be careful that your dogs would get a hold of it.
Sucralose, which again, we're okay with sucralose, but it's not stevia. And then you've got stevia in there as well. And I guess this one does not have, do you see xylitol? I don't even see xylitol.
It's right there.
Oh yeah, xylitol. So, which is deadly to dogs. So if you have a dog like ours who maybe gets a hold of that little plastic tube,
and
thinks
could
it's
chew
a
on
toy
it
and chews on it, and then you kill your dog.
Yeah.
So for those reasons, we've eliminated ZipFizz.
Because I would always keep those plastic tubes around, thinking to myself, what can I do with these plastic tubes?
Yeah. Now, I will say this. If you have a child who's playing sports and you don't have any of this, and maybe, you're in South Florida in August and they're playing football and they're on an AstroTurf field, which could get up to be about 120 degrees on a Saturday afternoon, and they're experiencing a bunch of leg cramps, would I give them a ZipFizz? Absolutely. If I don't have any, usually what I would do in that situation is I give electrolyte drops from Keto Chow. Would I give them a ZipFizz? Yes, because it's potassium. That's why they slam bananas down kids' throats, because of the potassium. Because none of the kids want to eat an avocado on the field. And so it'll give them...
Are you cramping, little Johnny? Here, have some guacamole right now.
But if I gave them that, it would help their cramps right away.
Yeah.
But for me, it's the lesser of the two evils of that versus Gatorade. Yeah. And most of these trainers give these kids Gatorade and Powerade, and not the zero sugar versions, the sugared versions, and the sugar actually dehydrates you more.
Joe has become an ambassador for Element and for Redmond as far as trying to get it into the hands of coaches for these youth sports. And I gotta tell you, the feedback that we are getting from the kids is, this is very tasty and I like it, and please can I have some more? So it's not a case of the kids are really super let down, especially in the moment. A lot of times when the coach is like, oh my gosh, we need the kids to drink something, it's already almost like the kids would drink anything you give them. It's not like they're ordering, at a restaurant, what is my favorite beverage? They just want to feel better. So this is not like maybe their favorite beverage all the time, but on a sports field, they're really happy that they're getting it.
Yeah. So Brenda said, I've never had Relight or Element or any electrolytes after listening to you guys. I feel this is one reason I'm not succeeding with keto. Still struggling with wanting something sweet after dinner.
It really
It could be electrolyte imbalance definitely plays a part in weight loss and overall health. So it might be something you want to look at. Start with salting your food. I mean, I know a lot of people come into keto and they are afraid of salt. You need salt. Salt is life. Without salt, your body will do everything possible to regulate the amount of salt in your body. If you eat too much sodium and then you drink water, your body just flushes out the excess sodium. Your body needs a certain amount of sodium, and if it doesn't have it, it will do everything to retain what it needs. And so that is one of the things that actually can cause constipation on keto. People say, hey, I'm constipated on keto. The first two things I will always tell you to do, increase fat and increase salt. Dr. ZipFizz was with us at one point, and he had talked about water chases salt. So here's what happened. People think that having salt causes water weight gain, but many times, if you don't have enough sodium, you get water weight gain because your body is like, I need this sodium.
Yeah.
And if I pee, then what's going to happen is, and the first way it gets actually is through pooping. Through diarrhea. What happens is if you don't have enough sodium, it's going to hold on to it, and then water chases salt. And so now what ends up happening is your body will hold on to that water.
Because it needs it. Because again, and a lot of times when people say it, I'm like, oh, I don't want to infringe on conversations. But when people are like, hey, you look like you're getting dehydrated, drink a bunch of water. No. Your body doesn't want straight water, because remember, all you're going to do is water down the electrolytes that you already have in your body. So that is not the answer. It is replenishing the electrolytes.
The only exception is if you're like us, when you go scuba diving,
and
you want to make sure you're drinking a bunch of water.
Because
it's not even the salt water, even if you're fresh water. It's because you are breathing dry air.
Right.
And so you want to bring in some of that moisture. Remember, when you're breathing regular air here, there is, even in dry places like Utah, you're breathing, there's vapors, water vapor in the air.
But you feel it when you're scuba diving.
With compressed in
it's
air.
like I've never had such a dry mouth in my entire life. It's crazy.
Yeah. Sandy said, I tried Relight when I first started keto. Then it was way too salty for me. Well, they fixed that by lowering the amount of sodium in a serving. Now, 2.5 years later, I should try again. Yeah, most people who, at the beginning, they think everything is salty. People say to us, like, keto brick, too salty. Keto chow, too salty. You must be new to keto.
Right.
The further you get into keto, your body craves that salt.
And you can also...
She also said it was great fun to meet you guys at KetoCon.
I love getting to see
And we had a great
Cindy.
presentation.
Oh, thank you, Cindy. Thank you guys so much for being there. You'll never know, like, how much it meant that you came to hear us speak. That was just such a treasure that you were there. But yeah, and if you're finding things that are too salty, you could always add more water.
Right.
Like, that's allowed. We won't tell anybody that, like, you're using... It 1 scoop into 32 ounce of water if you'd like.
So if you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos we have linked right over there. Also, make sure you take a look at our most recent videos that I'm going to put right over here.
But no matter if you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.